Hey yo, thanks for clicking. You've tuned in to Time In with your host, Ricardo Lungus. And I am welcoming him back, the cool as ice, Tommy Crenshaw. How you doing, Tommy?
Hey, Ricardo. Yeah, it's good to be back.
How you feeling, Tommy?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. You bounce around. A buddy of mine came to me and he said, he's like, yeah, you want to go hang out? I said, yeah, let's go. And he's like, takes me to airport, like the private airport, and gets on a plane of a rich buddy of his. Next thing you know, we're down in Pensacola. That's what the cool people call Pensacola.
Oh, man.
We had a good time. We're having some drinks, and then the rich friend disappears. We can't find him. So then I'm like calling friends for connections, getting a hotel room. You got friends. You get Pensacola, you go the right time. A year, you can get $30, $40 hotel rooms. So I found one for about $60. Not that bad. But then all the hurricane people from Louisiana, they start coming in, which is, of course, you got to, take care of those people. That's a rough time for all those people. Hearts go out to everybody dealing with that stuff. But then the hotel room shot up to like $300-$400 a night, and I had to get out of there. So, me and my buddy, we stayed for a little while, and we ended up trucking away back, and ended up in Atlanta, and then came back home. So, but yeah, it's Pensacola is a great town, great sports town. They got the Blue Wahoos down there. There's a lot of college football fans in the Panhandle because you don't have to have allegiance to any specific team. You got Bama fans, Florida State fans, Florida's, the LSU's, the Mississippi. You got a bunch of them. It's a great place to talk sports. I mean, that's the thing. They got some good sports bars down there. I mean,
hey. Yo, speaking of a person who knows about good sports bars, we got to introduce a long time.
I didn't tell you about this girl I met while I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, you could tell our guest about the girl you met.
No, I did tell because
Mr. Anthony North. Anthony, how you doing?
Hey, Ricardo. I gotta tell you, I gotta hear about this girl. If Tommy's into a girl,
I have to be clear on this. Because I'm trying to set the record straight. I'm faithful to the missus. There was a little Girl Scout. She stole my heart. I spent $200 in Girl Scout cookies when I was down there. So that's the girl. I wasn't trying to be misleading to anybody, but yeah, Girl Scout selling Girl Scout cookies. They come at the right time. Especially got a few swirlies in me. I one time I buy $1,000 in Girl Scout cookies.
Hey, Tommy, I don't mean to question what's going on and whatnot, but are you sure those are authentic? You sure those aren't black market Girl Scout cookies? Because Girl Scout cookie season's been over for like 6 months or whatnot.
I didn't know they had seasons. That's new to me.
Yeah, you can only get Girl Scout cookies like once or twice a year, or like once a year, and like I think you might have got gypped. How much you paying a box for those cookies, Tommy?
No, I just got $200 worth. There's 2 duffel bags full of them, they're not big duffel bags. They're like the small ones.
It's enough, Tommy. I think you might want to check the expiration date on those cookies. They might be like 3 or 4 years old. I would, saying.
If I was a sucker for a little girl, I'm sorry. It's just you don't. I mean, that's the thing. Maybe that's what they do. These scam guys, they want to be kind of like mafioso guys. They'll send a little girl into a bar, with a sad face, looking for her puppy. Oh, by the way, I got some cookies. You want to buy some cookies? Well, hey, I've got some event. You want to sponsor this? Buy a raffle ticket. And, you're out of towners. Not going to come back to claim a prize of a freaking box of frozen cherries. That's not going to happen. But she could sell $20 to each sucker in the bar. So, yeah, maybe I'm a sucker in this case. I thought it was good. The girl was a cute little girl. That's what happens. But speaking of wannabe mafiosos, let's talk about some real mafioso.
Definitely.
Or thereabouts, allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, we can put the alleged up there, but he got charged for racketeering, so that's a little mafioso-esque.
For those of you who don't know, we do a little pre-prep show meeting that Ricardo just spoiled. And obviously he knows the topic we're talking about, and he just ruined the bit. But that's okay. That's what friends do. So, so we're going to talk about the Danbury Trashers. Not to be confused with the old Atlanta Thrashers hockey team.
Definitely.
Who was definitely a pile of trash. But the Danbury Trashers, a new Netflix documentary, part of a series of the Malice in the Palace guys helped produce this thing. And it's about the minor league hockey team. They were in Danbury, Connecticut. Most people know what that is. If you don't, you need to get a map. And let's bring Anthony in on this, because Anthony's got a little bit more of the intel on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, what we're talking about here, it's a little bit of a dirty business, but sometimes hockey requires some dirty business. You're trying to draw fans to Danbury, Connecticut. Now, I mean, look at what's Danbury, Connecticut got. All right, so we gotta figure out how do we create maybe some entertainment for these people, and one way you do that, you make a few moves here and there. You might buy one or two or 25 trash companies. Maybe get involved with a few people that know how to do business. And
Exactly.
That's what this is about. I mean, this was about a business venture between a man and his son. And I was, I can see where things might have got a little off track, here and there. But what do you think, Ricardo?
Yo, personally, I was watching this series, and it kind of warmed my heart a little bit, because it's just a father who wants to give his son a great life. That's all it is. It's like the dude said, what Jimmy Galante, he said, I barely saw my dad, so I wanted to be there for my son. I started off with a truck, then, I had to get 2 trucks and 3, and then next time, you got like 55, and you're running like a big business, I mean, but that's business. That's how you do business. And then his son fell in love with hockey, but then got hurt and couldn't play hockey anymore. So he's like, you know what? I got some money. I think I'm going to buy my son a hockey team. And I mean, that's love, I mean, that is love for your son. Your son couldn't do what he loved, so now he can manage what he loves, and if you really think about, the kid, at first I thought the kid was kind of a douche. I mean, all respect out there, I'm no disrespect, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no disrespect for the douches out there.
Yeah,
there's other good douches. There's good douches.
Exactly. No disrespect, but once you really look into it, that kid, he was a stand-up kid. He did what he had to do. He put his nose to the grindstone. He got down there. He got the players he needed. He got the image he needed, and Daddy just helped him out. It's just that Daddy got the money from places, he maybe not should have got the money from, here and there. But I mean, there's what you call that, like a criminal record we could look at. But, I'm not going into that part. But what do you think, Tommy?
No, I think you're right. The family, regardless of like what the father's doing, look at the son, bonding with his father. And by the way, they put together a bruiser team, a tough team, an entertaining team that was selling out. And that's the thing. And, they had, one of the seasons, they had the lockout for the NHL. So they got the former champion from down from Jersey to go up there. Yeah.
Roop over there. Yeah, they got Roop over there. He had a cup. You know what I'm saying? He had a cup.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup. Yeah, and so you're putting together this elite squad of like bruisers and scrappers, tough guys that nobody want to play. They're always looking for a fight. You had the one dude that's always trying to beat people up, which is great. You're bringing people in. You got your wrestling guys coming in. Your John Cena's, and The Rock was hanging out, with the family from time to time.
Definitely.
This was a very entertaining. They knew how to entertain. That's what they say. But this league, the Johnny SquarePants character, who was kind of the commissioner of this league. By the way, this league had like 3 incarnations, and they don't exist anymore. They didn't know how to run a business, And here's a guy, the Galantes, that knew how to run a business. Granted, they might have been doing some stuff here and there that might not have been looked favorably or by judges, and whatnot. But they were selling out, and that's the thing. What if like there's a hockey league that gets inspired by this thing? There's like a bunch of like gangsters and drug players and people that are knife dealers, just your tough and rumble of society. They decide to put together a league. And they don't need to have a salary cap. Keep everything hush hush under the table. And that's the thing. Put a salary cap on a minor league team? You're out of your mind. Come on. Nobody's going to see that garbage. So, no pun intended with the name of the team. So they were doing the opposite. They were kind of, poking fun. But if you had, like, imagine Scarface back in the day. He had a hockey team. I don't know what Scarface. Say, okay, with the original 1930s one or the 1980s. Either one. They would have had a freaking a bruiser team. Your Al Capone characters.
Exactly.
Your Freeway Rick Ross. And he had a team out in L.A. You would have had a crazy elite squad out there. And they would have brought butts in the seats is what they need. That's how you make $1. So why are you worried about all this? Like, so you're paying this guy under the table. You're giving him, a barrel full of cash and some at the docks that you have to load into a van. And you got those guys dressed in black that are way too skinny to be tough guys. And they got their little Uzis that look like they were made in like 1947 Czechoslovakia. You have this weird shootout. Like, come on, that's not how things go. Come on, let's get with the program here and create a league that makes sense where fans can go to. Because everybody, even Drake just came out with an Instagram post, and he had the Galante name on the back of the jersey, number 17. He said that was the age of the kid when he took over the team. Rappers love the bad boy image. That's what everybody. Come on, even the SquarePants fella was starting to fall in love with the team. Even he went down there on the ice, was fighting with some of them guys. So,
exactly. It reminds me, like lots of these people in this documentary remind me of, folks from the old neighborhood. You remember, when we were younger, Tommy, especially the equipment manager dude, the equipment manager, he reminds me of some of those old fellas, that, on the surface, they seem kind of sleazy, but behind closed doors, they're incredibly sleazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're sleazy, like, to begin with. You can feel it. But you still mess with them. You still hang out with them. They're good company. Yeah. They're good company. But you know for a fact, you don't want to hang out at their house. You don't want to hang out at the bar they own. You want to kind of keep your distance a little bit. And there's always some guys in a car watching them. You can always see them. There's always some guys in a car watching them. And you gotta stay away from them guys. And things end up missing. People's legs end up broken. You don't know anything about it because you're cool with him, so that he doesn't do that stuff to you. That's
Ricardo. Ricardo. Come on. A few Cadillacs pull up. A cinder block and a shovel falls out the trunk. Nothing to see here. Nothing
to see here. Hey. The stand up dudes. That's all I'm saying. You gotta hang out with these guys. Because those guys. You can help them.
You want to get your trash picked up. You don't want to smell that fish for a month.
Exactly.
You just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And that's what the Danbury Trashers were all about. If you cross me, you shoot the puck. You got a price to pay. That team went 8-3 after knocking out the head coach of the opposing team. And even the owner, Jimmy Galante, came down and took care of business. He recognized, his team was in trouble. They were a little outmatched. It was like a 17-on-16 fight. So he had to come out and even the score.
Well, like a good dad would do.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to stick up for your kids, and they were basically turned into his kids. It turned into family, and you stick up for family. You know what I'm saying? You stick up for family.
Yeah. Or you stick up the opposing company's trash man. Either way.
Hey, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there, Anthony. That's neither here nor there. I think it happened. I think they said some of that happened, but I'm not going to go on record saying any of it happened.
That's hearsay. That's hearsay. The point is that the story is about the hockey team that was drawing fans and all kinds of rock star level status, and you haven't seen that since. And
Exactly.
yeah, you're not going to see it until a league just says, you know what, we're going to turn a blind eye and sell tickets and not give a flying puck about what the
I see what you did there,
yeah.
Tommy.
So yeah, so I think just to wrap it up here, fellas, if you could own a hockey team, and post this, what are some things you would do? Let's keep it brief to bring fans in, and start with you, Anthony. What are some things that you would do if you owned a hockey team? So you're the owner and the manager. You were the dad Galante and the AJ Galante.
Well, I mean, I'd stop using pucks for one thing. That's ridiculous. I think it's time. Hockey players take off the gloves. And we start seeing a fight to who gets the ball first. And then it's a little different sport. I've got in mind. I kind of picture guys. Let's see what maybe they can do. On the skates other than just push that little black thing around.
Yeah.
I want to see.
You're describing Irish floor hockey.
Yeah. Irish floor hockey's, I find it a lot more entertaining, honestly. I mean, compared to lawn bowling, it might even be the best sport in the world.
Yeah, it's up there.
What comes to my mind, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm saying this. I don't want to, I want to look at this from a pure, talent, level. But the Legends Football League has a decent following, and I think we could do that with hockey. We could have a Legends Hockey League, and because there are some very talented women out there. Very talented women. There's some talented women. There are some bruisers. There's some talented women that can, look at because we can combine. We get some former MMA folks, and we get them doing like the Legends Football League, but on hockey. So so you got these very talented women coming out there. They're playing the hockey. They're doing good with the hockey, but when they need to throw down, they throw down. Yeah, I mean they breaking faces. They high sticking people. So we're gonna combine the best of both worlds, kind of like Danbury, but with a little bit of a
So it's
womanly flair to it.
So it's Frost, fannies, and fisticuffs.
Exactly. Hey, you heard it here first, folks. Frost, fannies, fisticuffs. Legends Hockey League. Wait, look for it. It's gonna come. And that's the end of the game. Thanks for clicking. You're here with Ricardo Lungus. With me is Andy North and Tommy Crenshaw. TTFN.